What is art?
Your work is illustrative. It doesn't fit in. Do people even buy comic books anymore? Is that even a job? Don't waste your time. Go somewhere else. Your work is illustrative. It doesn't fit in.
What is art?
Do people even buy comic books anymore? Don't waste your time. Is that even a job somewhere else? Your work is illustrative. It doesn't fit in. Do people even buy comic books anymore? Is that even a job still? Do people even buy comic books anymore? Don't waste your time. Is that even a job somewhere else? Your work is illustrative. It doesn't fit in.
Dang, gotta work on my interests and stuff. Oh. Alright, guys. Let me catch you up. Guys, I've had a long week. It's not been fun, it's not been pleasurable, it's not been anything I wanted to do. I've enjoyed the last 10 or so weeks I've been here streaming. I went to school for 1 week. 1 week. And I already feel defeated. I can't right now. This over here killing me. I'm going to school currently to major in art. What specifically, you might ask? I want to be an illustrator. I want to do sequential art. I want to do comic books, graphic novels. That's where my heart lies. Anime, animated series, TV shows like cartoons and whatnot, they inspired me growing up. They are what pushed me to do what I want to do now. It's part of the reason I've got such a resilient attitude when it comes to things like YouTube and stuff like that. It's the mindset of some of these shows that I watch that has made me who I am. I love this. And it's absolutely 100% killing me to know that I'm going to art school, studying drawing and painting, and I'm being told that illustration just isn't art.
What?
Illustration is not art. Illustration is not drawing? By definition, the word drawing is a picture or diagram made with a pencil, pen, or crayon rather than paint, especially one drawn in monochrome. And look real closely. Under synonyms, illustration is there. So, tell me something. Last I checked, illustration and drawing are like the same thing. Now, do they serve the same function and premise as one another? Whether like fine arts drawing and like illustration drawing are the same? Do they serve the same function? No, not entirely. But to denounce it, to demean it, and call illustration a low form of art, which, by the way, I've heard for the last 3 years, it makes no sense to me.
Thinking about drawing objectively, especially in terms of the fine arts, a drawing is often an exploratory form of visual art. This means that drawing pays considerable emphasis on observation, problem solving, and composition. In most cases, drawing serves as a draft or an outline for other types of visual art such as painting. I think the thing that bothers me is the fact that they try to pass everything else off as art. You can literally, and I mean literally, do whatever you want in all of my art classes, and you can consider it art. But when you want to do something that has an illustrative aesthetic, doesn't even have to deal with illustration, doesn't have anything to do with sequential art or comic books, or have to deal with anything with that in any respective, they want to say it's not art, and it baffles me. I've seen video, I've seen performance pieces, I've seen cutouts, collages, amalgamations of like found objects and like glued works and stuff. I've seen like everything you could imagine that has nothing to do with actual literal drawing and painting. And I'm ranting because it doesn't make any sense how you can see this as one form of art that falls under the fine arts category, or just as an art form in general, but you want to take something that literally takes actual drawing aesthetics and skills and technical aspects of it and consider it not art at all, or not even an art form that you should respect, and something that means a lot to me and a lot of other people in this world. It doesn't sit right with me. It really doesn't. Since being in school, where all they've asked me to do is create and expand on the types of work that I wanted to create. Each week I've had to do something different just to get by, and I have not been able to really expand on the things that I want to do in order to be successful in the art world, in order to advance and further my skills, in order to actually compete in this competitive field of illustration and sequential artists that are trying to make it in companies like Marvel, DC, IDW, Dark Horse, and the comic book companies like that. People that are trying to do it by themselves and be like individual publishers and freelance artists and stuff like that for these companies. I haven't been able to do that. I've had to go back each week to try to create something that completely lines up with what they want me to do. And for the most part, they don't even know what they want me to do. Up to this point, I've gotten to where I feel like I'm just about ready to give up. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what direction to take my art. I don't know what direction to go in to reach my goals. And it's been really disappointing. And it wasn't until this summer where I finally found something that ended up trying to jumpstart and give me another push to get me to where I want to go again. For me, art is all about self-expression and being able to create something not only for yourself, but for others too. Something created by one person and given to the world, not something that's just meant to be kept to myself, not something that's meant for like a small audience. I know art in like the fine art setting is not made for the masses, but why can't it be? Why can't it be appreciated in that form and in that sense? For me, I want to create work that's able to inspire people, to push limits, to help bring people up when they don't feel like they have a sense of hope and justice. That's what anime did for me. That's what comic books did for me. That's what stories did for me. And they were illustrated in a way that were able to do that for me. It didn't take words that fully did. It was the actions, it was the drawing, it was the artwork. It's all that together that inspired me. That made me want to go beyond. That made me want to do what I want to do. And that's why I feel the way that I feel. To answer that question, I don't care what anybody has to say. Illustration is a form of art. I don't care how you try to justify it. I don't care because it's for the masses. I don't care what you have to say. It's an art form for what it's able to do and how it's able to impact people. It's an art for how it's able to bring people together, raise conversation, and evoke senses of emotion that you didn't even know were there. Fine art can do that in its own respective ways, and it's for certain people or whatnot. But I'm not going to let anybody sit here and take away the accomplishments, illustration, and animation, and different aspects of that realm of art that's done for people. So guys, that's my rant. That's what I've been dealing with for this past week / last 3 years of school. I really feel like I have to get this off my chest. It's been one of those things that's been weighing heavy on me. It's one of those conversation starters I feel like I want to have with people because I want to know what other people think. I know certain people might feel differently, and that's fine. I know some people might agree with me, and you know what? Those are the type of people I like to talk to. So, please feel free to share this message, share my video, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, give it a dislike if you disliked it. Personally, I don't care. It's one of these things that's trying to help me see who all favors what or who feels what about what, because it's a conversation. It's one of those things that I think needs to be talked about. So thank you guys for tuning in. I feel like I'm streaming this. And as always, keep it here for all things nerdom, geekdom, and all things pop culture. Y'all have a good one, guys. Peace.